Good afternoon. This is Jesse Alexander, WB2IFS/3 in Clinton, Maryland, and I'm talking to you again and I'm about my favorite project, the emergency cloud server using a Raspberry Pi and HSMM software. So if you want information about how to make one of these for yourself or with your club, you can just go here to www.slideshare.net/emergency-cloud-server. And those of you who have got a smartphone, you could probably just point it at your screen and snatch the URL right there. Okay? What I'm doing is I've got my Raspberry Pi system set up. I've got the cloud server set up as a gateway to my broadband network. And it's serving up this page. And it's also serving up this page, which happens to be a GPS status page. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But it's working quite well, as you can see. I'm connected to the server through another HSMM node, which is this device right here. All right. And the Raspberry Pi is right here in this box. This is a great box I purchased at the Frost Fest from someone who does work with utilities and utility meters. Really nice box. It looks like it's steel, but it's very easy to drill, actually. Surprisingly easy to drill. It already came with antenna connectors. There's one here and another one here on this side. I added another antenna connector for the GPS antenna, which is this setup here. And I like the fact that it's magnetic because that allows me to put it just about anywhere I want. So let's go inside the server and see how I've got everything set up. Okay. Now, those of you who've been following this project, you know pretty much what all the parts are. There's not a lot new here. I just added some things, a few things that may not have been included in the original video that I made. And I'll explain those. I'm just going to walk through the major parts here and then talk about what they do and how they're interconnected. But basically, I should say the connections are the same as in the previous video with just some additions. So let's start here with the access point. That's this guy right here. I've got it all set up. And it's basically the same access point that we've had for the past year on this project. Over here is our GPS receiver and the wiring harness to the Raspberry Pi. This little thing that's sort of hard to see is a Mouseberry switch. Excellent little switch. Highly recommend anyone who's building this use one of these switches. It allows me to shut off the Raspberry Pi just from a switch. I don't have to telnet into the system and tell it to shut down. So it allows you to safely shut the Raspberry Pi down. An excellent, excellent little product. All right, over here, of course, is the Raspberry Pi. And all of you should recognize that from the previous video. And also from all the pictures online. Beneath it, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a 1/4 terabyte laptop hard drive that's connected to the Pi and basically connected right here through the USB port. And you can see the Pi is connected through a cable, Cat5 cable, over to the access point. These other two connections, the blue one is to my broadband network, just so I can update firmware if I need to do so, especially the Raspberry Pi's firmware, and also update WordPress. I've got, as you remember, an instance of WordPress running on the Pi, hence the hard drive. This is just a test connection that I'm not using right now. I'm wirelessly connected, as I said before at the beginning of this, through this HSMM node here. And that node is connected to this Mac. And that's basically it. So again, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me at Whiskey Bravo 2 India Foxtrot Sierra at ARRL.net, or certainly go on and check out my great page, my great presentation that gives you the complete recipe for how to make one of these yourself. Thanks a lot, 7 threes, and thanks for listening. This is WB2IFS, clear.